Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm coming here today because I was asked to do the challenge for your 10 crafty questions challenge by Wendy Mason. Thank you, Wendy. Just said something there, I suppose. No, can't see that. How about that? Because I can craft and talk, but you know me, I'd rather not. Just for the time being anyway, because I want to just do this. Okay, so the first question is what your name, and my name is Sonya Stepto, and that has been my name for 30 years now, my husband's name. So that's pretty easy. And how did I come up with my YouTube name? And that is Sonya Stepto. But I think that's a good thing because, it's easy to remember and... but anyway, so that's pretty easy too. And the third question is, what is your favourite craft? Well, now that's going to be hard because I really, really do love to do lots of different things. I'm going to show you a couple of them. Okay. Now stump work, I suppose, would be one of my favourite crafts. And this is what I made doing with stump work. I call this bird Eagle, okay? He's supposed to be an egret. Now this is actually a piece of detached stump work because it's not on a piece of fabric, but you do it on two material mostly as well. He's actually made from a piece of, what's the name? What do you call it? Oh, that board, it's a little thin timber that you use, and I cut him out, his body, and I put a piece of wire up through here for his neck, and then he's all covered with tissue paper. All over his feathers are actually stitches, and his wing is made with wire, and so it moves a bit. I have my cat here, and he thinks he's going to help me. I don't know how he thinks he's going to help me, but he's just sneaking up on me. Here's a little do, here. And so I put him in a pot and made him look like he was in the water, which I'm not real big keen on the pot, but it's all I had at the time, and I made this little, them. I can't think of anything to do this morning. Anyway, so that's Igor. I called him Igor Egret. So that's that one. And then I did another bird. But I did this from out of a book. It was a pattern in a book, and he is a little wren, a little blue wren. You can see and he is made with, it's balsa wood it's called, and you just make the shape of his body first. I had to glue the bits of balsa wood together. Now this cat's getting really curious about this. He thinks this is a real bird. It's not minky, so please don't come near me. Anyway, so there's a piece of, I've got it on a stand. So he needs to go back in a glass. He was in a glass container thing, and he needs to go back in there. But he's made with all these little feathers that are all stitched on. There's a spider on there. Some people don't like spiders, so we won't show this, but a little flower. And I've just got actually a piece of a tree, and wrapped it all with cotton. And to be honest, I think this was one of my most favourite things to do for many years, because I really enjoyed that. All the rest of it's on the wall in photo frames, so we won't be dragging all that down. But I did have a couple of pieces published years ago that I made. One of them was my husband in the garden with his wheelbarrow full of vegetables. Okay, so then my other favourite, I'm up to that, is stump work. Oh, not stump work, crazy patchwork, which is probably know that. This is a piece that I still have to build into a bag. And it will be built into a bag. I really enjoyed doing that. It is absolutely beautiful. Actually, we'll see, this is what I'm working on these days, isn't it? I've been doing my video on. These colours are absolutely gorgeous. So this is a nice boho style one, which I intend to do another one of, and maybe do a series on something like this as well. We'll see what happens. And then I have this one here that is a beaded one. So when I say favourite crafts, I probably would put them all together in a way, because I have not got on this one any stump work things, but on the one I'm showing you, I've actually got things like the berries. That would be considered a bit of stump work there, because and then the grapes, they were all built up too. So we are actually working through our way through doing all sorts of styles. And the beads, because I love the beading, I love putting the beads on. And I crocheted that little fleur there, I think, yeah. And so this sort of one here is actually stitched with all beads. So each stitch is actually all beaded. You have to put your beads on. You have to put your beads on. You thread your beads on, and then you sew it. Okay, and that'll be a tutorial or 2 or 3. Anyway, I'll do and actually that is made into a bag, and I would never part with that. It was just something that I would just never part with. That took a little while, but it was really worth every minute, because I think it turned out quite well. So that was that one there. You're probably sick of seeing these things, but anyway, that was for my favourite. I love the stump work, beading, and crazy patchwork, and I can put them all in together if I, and so that's good that I can work in them all together. Don't get me wrong, I do love journaling too, but I've got to have a little time away from that for a little while I do this. Now my favourite shop for craft supplies, I'd have to say have to be something, one sort of second-hand place, because we don't have a lot of shops here in Australia, where I live, in AliExpress. I know a lot of people don't like shopping on AliExpress, but I love AliExpress. I get so much great stuff from AliExpress, I really do, so I really like shopping on there. When you haven't got any other choice, that's where you go. My favourite colours are everything, but I do love green. I love greens, and particularly, these nice green colours here that are on this. That's not a green, it's a sort of a, well, I don't know what you'd call it, so I'm not going to try and push that, but anyway, so that I do like those. So they're my favourite colours. Now my favourite tool is, of course, a needle. I know you probably think that's, but I do love a sewing needle. I do like sewing needle and scissors too, I guess. I do love the guillotine. And if I keep on going, it'll probably be most of my things that I have, but I do like that sort of thing. Now, let me see, where am I up to? Make favourite, I'm nearly finished. Oh no, I didn't, no, not. Where did I get my crafting? Hang on, where did you get your love of crafting from? Hang on, I must have missed a couple here. I must have missed some. I did 2. I missed 2 of them. Goodness. Oh no, I missed your top 5 channels that I like. Well, I like a real lot of different things. It just depends on what I'm looking for at the time. But the ones that I always go to, are a lot, but I'll just tell you my favourite ones, some of the ones that I enjoy watching, anyway, I do like a really lot of them, I do. So Amy, she's Aljon, and she's over in America, and she has a series at the moment about shopping on a budget, $5 a week, or that's crafting on a budget, sorry Amy. And I love watching Lindsay Zenor. That girl is very, very talented, Lindsay is. She's a very good salesperson, but she does nice journals and things like that. I do like Kerr, I think that's how you say it. Guy Kerr, now she is a fantastic crafter. I like a lot more I've got written out. Rebecca who is dancing with pit bulls. She does a crazy patchwork. She's really good. I do love Roxy Carol 11. That's Roseanne. She's a good crafter. I do love her. She's been around a long time. That lady. She's a very nice lady. She's a very, very good crafter. I like Avril Plummer. I love watching Avril. I mightn't comment on these people all the time, but I'm here and I'm watching you. And then there's a couple of new ones that I've started watching. Nat Williams, I've started watching her channel. Susanna Ansdale, she's got good things on here. There are so many, you just can't mention them all, can you? Arne, I think it's Arne and Carlos, love their channel. I just love their channel. They are fantastic, them men. They are designers and they do every sort of thing. They do knitting and crochet and patchwork and gardening and everything, and they are fantastic. Love them. Anyway, I love all the things that I watch and I see. And if I didn't name you, don't be worried, because I'm here watching you. I'm here watching a lot of people, so it's really, really good. I said my favourite colour, that was the one, and then I missed that, didn't I, in craft tool. And where did I get my love of crafting from? Well, to be honest with you, I've probably said to you this lots of times, my mother was a dressmaker for many years and I didn't want to do that, no way in the world. It did not impress me one bit whatsoever. Making clothes, I was not... I cried because she wanted me to go to technical college in them days and learn to do sewing, and I would not go. I did not want to go. I was not one bit interested in that whatsoever. So when I got to... I used to always do a lot of knitting and crocheting. I used to always be making toys and things like that, giving them to my nephew, and he'd wreck them, but anyway, what are you going to do? And but anyway, I just didn't want to do sewing. So in '93, and my eldest daughter was about 3 or 4 years old, I decided that I wanted to go and learn how to become a needlecraft skills teacher, because up until then, when she was only little, I used to always be making things. I made a mouse house, I made all her clothes. I used to just sit there and do all these things, when she was young. So, of course, I was doing other things as well, but these are things that I learnt. Now, the cat's decided he'd like to go outside, but he's going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait now. Sit down. Go on, sit down. I'm not doing it. He knows what I'm talking about, doesn't he? But anyway, back to this. So I did a lot of things when Peggy was little, and I decided when she got a little bit older that I wanted to go and become a needlecraft skills teacher, because I just felt like I could do these things, and I wanted to teach people how to do these things that I learnt myself. So I went to there and I learnt to do this, and I learnt like from quilting, all the design things, and now the cat's upsetting me, so I'm sort of getting myself, off track here, and I can't concentrate. Thank you, Minky. Stop that, please. Maybe my husband will hear him and come and let him go. It does worry you, doesn't it, that they're upset? But whether it's upset or just being obnoxious, sometimes you don't know, do you? Because they can be like that. Often you get up to open the door and you walk away, doesn't really want to go out. He just wants to see you get up. Sorry, we'll go back to this now if you're still here. Minky? No, come on. Stop it, please. I'll get up in a minute. Can you wait, please? Wait. He's going to scratch his post now instead. Right. So, back to me crafting. Anyway, I did that. I taught in some of the kids at the schools. I taught at the college for seniors. I taught in a friend's shop for a while. Not for long, I just did bits and pieces. I did some here at home. I taught different ones at home here. He's going to try and destroy a few things now, my cat is, to see if I'll get up. He's up there in front of the TV. He's going to see how many things he can knock on the floor. Anyway, I'll just try and ignore him. Maybe he'll stop it. And so I just did it, what I wanted to do myself. My mother still did her sewing. I've sewed clothes, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I think I got it from my nana. My nana made these. Oh dear, now I've dropped that on the floor. I did the cat. Anyway, so my nana made these. My nana was passed on about 35 years ago, so this is fairly old, this, as far as it was made when I think she was only young. I don't know actually how I'd say it's glued somehow together. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she's just pushed them together. She's got it on a bit of interfacing sort of stuff. This is nice here, what she's made these bits out of, look, the fabric and that. But she made a lot of things over the years. And these are velvet flowers. These are velvet. Oh, they've got wire behind them. Look at this. Anyway, so this is what my nana did. And obviously she liked the three-dimensional thing too, so I'm saying I got most of my talent off me nana. She used to do a lot of baby clothes and things like that. She was always doing some knitting of some sort and sewing of some sort. So it was probably from my nana that I got this thing, and my mother, of course, because in them days, people had to make stuff, didn't they? And that book has really gone down there on the floor. So I don't remember now what's the last question. You should give me a second. I'll see if I can see what it says. Where did I get the crafting time? What was the other question? Does anybody know? It's not good here because I'm stuck here on the chair. The table in front of me. Anyway, another. I'll go on the computer and find it, won't I? I'll go on Wendy's thing. I won't be a sec. I hope not, at any rate. Come on. Because she actually put it underneath her channel, the questions. So I can go down here and have a look at these questions, which is a good thing. So I'm sorry about mucking this up so much. Oh, when did I start crafting? And what has been my favourite craft so far? So they're my next two questions. Okay, and I'm just going to turn that off in case it just starts up talking itself. I started this, like I said, in 93, but before then I'd done a bit of everything, sort of tried a bit of, I just learnt to crochet when I was 15. I used to love doing things with writing. I used to like writing down things. I used to like writing little stories. I suppose that's an own way, and it's craft in itself too, doing a story. And pretty much, I suppose, in 93 I started when I went to TAFE. But then I learned how before, but I just, and I did over the years, probably start when I was about 15, when I learned to crochet, because I'd already knew how to knit and taught us when we were little to knit. But anyway, so that's when it started. But then in 6 years ago, I decided, I seen a couple of people on YouTube and I thought, I'd really like to do that, because I really liked it when people when you showed people how to do something and they did it, and then they were so pleased with their, with what they made. I really do like that, how people, a lot of people don't have a go because they think things are too hard, but you've got to try. You just have a go. It doesn't matter. I mean, my girls, neither of them do anything much. One of them can crochet, another one can knit. And that's as much as what they've learned, as far as I know. Maybe when they get a bit older and they've got nothing else on, they might do a bit more. But they've not really said, Mum, can I show me how to do that? Because, they've not been into it anyway. But, it's just... Forgot the question. When did I start? Okay. Yeah, so it's something that people... If you see something, you think, oh, I could do that. And you can if you have a go. Somebody asked me the other day how long did it take me to learn how to do that bullion stitch on my channel. And I said, you have to practice, but really you just sit there and do a few times and just pay attention, and you can do it too, see, so have a go. I mean, if I see something, I'll try it. I went to a tutorial and learnt to do a bee, a flower and something else, and after that I just did everything to do with some work myself, you know. I just did it because, you know, you can, can't you? So everybody should have a bit of a go at that, I reckon, and you can try. I struggle a little bit with journaling at the moment, so I'm going to say that I do find things that they're not that easy to do. I just, you know, struggle, but anyway, that's that. And then the last question was, which I don't know what I've now is. Remember I told you? I'm going to have to go back there and have another look. Ah dear, sorry about this, people. Ah dear, it'll be somewhere here, somewhere here. Sorry everybody. I just got no idea what it was. It went straight out of my head. There's one more question. I only turned it off because I didn't want it to, which it does, decided it's going to do itself here. Okay, Wendy. Oh, push. I said just hang on a second. I only got one question to go. Hang on a minute. I can't move. The tripod's here near my arm. Now you're getting serious, right? Hang on a second. Just give me a minute. You can do it. Yeah. And I think it said, what is your favourite craft so far? But we have gone into that really in that other question, didn't we? What was my favourite craft? Well, so far since I've started doing all this stuff, I'd say that the crazy patchwork is my favourite. Oh, plus I love stump work and beading, so they would be my favourite crafts. And I'm so sorry about my poor pussycat. He's very upset. Come here. What's the matter? What's wrong? Anyway, so I better go and talk to this kitten. You know what? When I turn this off, he'll probably go and lay down. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, hang on a second, I can't go. I've got to nominate 3 people, don't I? And they would be or some people anyway. I'd like to see one of these by Arne and Carlos. I hope that they could do it. That'd be really good. Or it's A-R-N-E. You spell his name. I don't quite know how you pronounce it. So Arne and Carlos. And also Guy Kerr. I really like to see her do this. And Amy Aljon. Amy, who is Aljon? Amy Johnson. I'd like to see Amy do this too. So I'll put their names down in the description box, and I have to go because the cat's he's climbing up there to knock things down. He's a naughty boy sometimes. He wants to go out, and as he knows if he does mischief, he gets put out the door. So he's not silly by any means. I'm going now. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.